Let's move on to the 49ers.
So, see, here's my thing with the 49ers. I know it's easy to look at the roster, but they're going to be trash this year. But like, it's something about about Shanahan. He just finds a way to compete. I
Mm-hmm.
cannot fully count out the 49ers from doing anything good this year. I know Brandon Ayuk tore his ACL last year, so we're probably not going to have him for a large stretch. And they're like, from a talent, like on paper, they just gave Brock Purdy all that money. People aren't
Mm-hmm.
happy with that. I probably wouldn't have done it, but I don't run an NFL team, so it is what it is. I still think there's something. You still got Fred Warner. You still got Nick Bosa. They drafted Mykal Williams, who even though I'm a Georgia fan, I wasn't high on Mykal Williams coming out of college, but whatever. They got Alfred Collins, who's a solid D tackle. I'm familiar with that. But man, it's hard for me to say this team is going to be absolute garbage. But it's very much in the possibility that they'll probably pick in the range they picked last year, which is about 10, 11 range.
So you think this team can make the playoffs, or will make the playoffs rather?
I don't think they'll make the playoffs because I do think the talent in the NFC has just increased overall. Like there's a lot more players in the mix as compared to previous years. But I do
Mm-hmm.
think they'll be one of those teams that you look at them on the schedule, you be like, this is going to be an annoying game. But I don't think they'll win 10 games or nothing like that.
Interesting. So, what do you think Brock Purdy is going to look like this season? Do you think he's going to struggle? Do you think he's going to be about the same as we expect from Brock Purdy over the years? What do you
I
think
think
Brock Purdy's
Brock
going to
Purdy
look
will
like?
just be pedestrian. I don't think he's going to just immediately regress to being absolute garbage, but I don't think he's going to put up any numbers that's going to jump out off the page at you. I think he's going to be regular pedestrian, probably going to play safer football. They can't really stretch the field with the weapons they have. Honestly, it's not a lot of speed on the team. Their number one receivers out, so they're probably going to keep it very simple for him. And they're probably going to rely on Christian McCaffrey in the run game and Isaac Garindo. So I don't really see Brock Purdy lighting up any stat sheet. He'll probably have a very pedestrian year.
What about? Let me see. Do you like their? You said you didn't like Mykal Williams. Do you like
As a
any of
pass
the?
rusher,
Yeah, right. Do you like any of their other draft picks that they drafted?
yeah, I like Alfred Collins, and I don't really know. I'm not sure on Jordan Watkins as a receiver. He probably was a late round pick. So yeah, the only people I know is that I know from the draft class really is Alfred Collins and Mykal Williams. I
Okay,
don't know who C.J. West is or Nick Martin. Actually, I think I
Jordan.
heard of that name, Nick Martin. I just don't. I haven't watched any film on him.
They drafted Jordan James out of Oregon. We already know with Shanahan, he gonna make wonders out of whoever they draft at running back. So
One thing I will say about Mykal Williams is that I think for what he is right now, I'm not a huge fan, but what he can be, if he just develops more, he could be really good because he has the size, the length, the strength. He already a good run defender. So if he could just figure out that pass, get some more pass rush moves, he can be actually pretty good, I will say.
he has the talent.
Yeah, he has.
He has the talent. He has the measurables. He everything you need in terms of talent wise for a pass rusher. He has it. He's like 6'4", 6'5". The dude is huge. He's a freak of nature. Let's just get that out the way. And I keep hearing all the time from these NFL evaluators, he was playing on one leg. So maybe that has something to do with why he wasn't nearly as effective as a pass rusher. But overall, I think he went to the perfect situation. I
And
think,
I do think the return of Robert Sala is going to have that defense playing at a higher unit level than they did last year.
yeah, absolutely. Considering they had whoever, I forgot who it was.
I
Was
forgot
it?
too.
Yeah, I forgot who it was, but he wasn't all that great compared to the recent past years. So I just think talent wise, the 49ers aren't what they once were. It seems like one of those years where it's like a transition year, in my opinion.
Yeah, like a retool year.
They're trying to figure out exactly where they are, who's gonna be the guys that we can rely on for years to come, as compared to last where they had a branding where they knew for certain he was gonna show up, or Debo Samuel. Christian McCaffrey's getting up there in age. He's dealing with injuries, so you can't really necessarily rely too heavily on Christian McCaffrey at this stage of his career. George Kittle, he was still really good for them last year, but we don't know. Who knows? He might not be the same George Kittle as we have seen in recent years, since he's getting up there in age as well. I do think the offensive line is pretty good. It's pretty decent. They've done a good job of retooling that offensive line. despite the fact that they lost one of their guards. He went to Green Bay. So besides that, I think, again, like you mentioned before, as long as Brock Purdy is playing well, I do think this team can compete. But is Brock Purdy that dude, though? Is he that dude, though?
I don't think he's that dude to win a bunch of games when you don't have a bona fide number one receiver.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. I think the Rams are a better team than 49ers. At this stage of their career, I think the Rams are better than them. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Do they make their schedule looks pretty easy, though. They have a pretty easy schedule.
Yeah, that definitely could help them out a little bit.
That definitely could help them out. 49ers have a pretty easy schedule. They could make the playoffs just off of the strength of the schedule alone. Because I'm looking at it. Let me share it right now. Schedule. Here we go. So they have Seattle. They have New Orleans. They have Arizona. They have Jacksonville. They have Rams, Buccaneers, Falcons.
I don't know. That don't look that easy to me.
I mean, Seattle, they can beat Seattle. They can beat New Orleans. They can beat the Cardinals. They can beat Jacksonville. Rams is going to be tough. Tampa Bay Buccaneers is going to be tough. Atlanta, they can beat Atlanta. Houston, that's a toss-up. They can beat the Giants. Rams, that's a toss-up. Cardinals, that's a toss-up later in the year. Carolina, they could beat Carolina. They could beat Cleveland. Tennessee, they could beat Tennessee. Indianapolis Colts.
Week 14, bye. Ooh.
Anthony Richardson is the quarterback. They can beat the Colts. They can beat the Chicago Bears. They can beat Seattle. This doesn't look like a tough schedule to me. I don't know.
I see a lot of dog fights in their future.
Outside of Rams, Tampa Bay, I mean, it's not really whole much unless Chicago and the Colts come out of nowhere and surprise some people. This is a pretty cupcake schedule. Looks like a Cowboy schedule.
Not this year. See who we got to play, man.
Hey, whenever y'all make the playoffs, I'll just say this. Whenever you guys make the playoffs,
okay,
normally have like a cupcake schedule. That's what it looks like. But I don't know, man. I think this schedule, I think they make the playoffs. I think they make the playoffs just that schedule alone. Yeah, that schedule is just too easy. I don't see them not making the playoffs.
It's 7 teams per division. So let me try to. I'm not gonna say mine out loud because we're gonna do that later. Let me try to think.
So you have the North division. You have the North to consider. You have the 2 teams in the NFC East to consider.
3 teams.
You have 2 teams in the NFC East to consider. Then in the South, you have 1 team, which is a division winner. Obviously, the West, you have the West with the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win that division. And then you have 49ers.
It could squeak in, I guess.
Yeah, since it's only 4. I mean, again, it's 4 divisions per conference. So 4 teams, each division. NFC North might have 3 teams. So you got to X out 3 slots right there. And then you have the division winners. Yeah. I think given their schedule, I can see them squeaking by. I can see them squeaking in there.
Yeah, honestly.